Kaito is the victim. Yes, Kaito is the victim. I'm trying, I really am, but I can't think of anyone else other than Kaito. Most of the evidence we have points to Kaito.
Hey, what's the matter, Shuichi? Just hurry up and tell everyone why I'm not dead. Should be easy.
No, I won't. Because you're not Kaito. Kaito is already dead.
Despair will never die!
Oh!
Good! Good! This is already more entertaining!
Interesting.
Now, the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
Wait, what?
All right! Let's give it everything we've got!
What's happening? Oh, split opinion. Okay, that's what it is. We watched Kaito's body get crushed. That is an irrefutable evidence, no matter what you think of it. We watched Kaito's body literally get crushed inside the thing. That's not Kaito in there. That is not Kaito in there. Watch his body get crushed. Like, how many times do I have to say it? Oh, okay, let's do it. Let's go for it. I wonder if you have the ability to slow down. I think we do. Kokichi and Kaito.
I suspect that Kaito is inside the Exisal.
I got this! Unless he comes out of the Exisal, we can't confirm that.
But he said that he can't leave the Exisal because he's injured.
Maki!
Anyone who knows about Kaito's injury can make that claim.
True.
Is it possible that Kokichi got crushed instead of
Maki!
Did you watch the footage? Kaito was the one who got crushed.
But there was an arrow hole on
I got this!
Got it.
Kaito's clothes had arrow holes too.
Mm-hmm.
I want to believe Kaito is still alive and defeated the
Maki!
The mastermind is still alive. Inside that Exisal.
Why are you so...
I got this!
There we go.
Because the evidence doesn't support the claim that Kaito is still alive.
Uh-huh. It could be like the one thing I talked about before, where he is actually they're both dead at the moment. Oh, you want to switch on me quicker, huh? Huh? That's what you're gonna be doing, huh? Ah, okay. I see now, game.
This is our answer.
Hell yeah. Just them two fighting alone, just side to side. They know what's up. Finally, Jesus. Oh.
I don't want to believe it. In a way, I still can't. But the evidence shows that Kaito must be the one who died. I hate it. I hate it so much. But it's the truth.
I see. If that's the conclusion you've arrived at, Shuichi, then there must be no mistake.
Then the one here is...
Looks like I messed around too much.
Sorry, that was just a little joke.
What a sick joke!
I don't believe that there's anybody actually inside there until the cockpit is open. Open the cockpit, you son of a bitch, whoever you are. Show us who's inside there.
You're still an asshole.
True, and I can't forgive him. But we still need to stay calm, be rational.
Yeah.
Because we need to get to the truth of Kaito's death.
Yeah! Just keep calm and carry on!
Why are you saying that? What part of that was calm?
Getting back on topic, why don't we examine the crossbow a little more closely? I think we need to get all the facts straight, so we don't fall for any more lies.
Sounds good.
I agree, but... What do you think, Maki?
Fine.
Okay, let's discuss that then.
Why are you acting like you're in charge of things?
So if we assume that Kaito and I shot each other with the crossbow, then the most efficient way to solve this is to set up a timeline of events.
Hey, I said, why are you...
Alrighty then! Let the debate begin!
Another debate, huh? Alright. Let's see what we got here. Crossbow, 3 arrows, electro bomb, use electro hammer,
When the
poison.
crossbow fired, what was even going on?
As if you need to ask, you were there! The crossbow was in Kaito's possession first. He probably fired the first shot at Kokichi too.
Then Kokichi disarmed Kaito, took the crossbow, and returned fire.
I didn't take the crossbow from Kaito. I secretly brought a different one!
No, you didn't.
But only one crossbow was taken. The other two are still in my research lab.
Still, only one arrow was fired.
Nope.
So how could they both shoot each other?
By the way, crossbow shots hurt a lot. My wound is still aching something fierce.
What was that just now? I feel like it goes against the information I have. Only one crossbow shot was fired? No, there were three. Three were covered
When
in...
the crossbow fired,
Three of the tips were covered in blood.
what was even going on?
As if you need to ask, you were there! The crossbow was in Kaito's possession first. He probably fired the first shot at Kokichi too.
Then Kokichi disarmed Kaito, took the crossbow,
Okay,
and
there we go.
returned fire.
Keep forgetting which button is the one
I
that,
didn't take the crossbow from Kaito.
the slow down.
I secretly brought a different one!
No, you didn't.
But only one crossbow was taken. The other two are still in my research lab.
Still, only one arrow was fired.
Nope.
That's wrong!
3 separate arrows were fired, because of 3 wounds as well, matching up to 3 arrows being fired and 3 blood-covered arrows.
Wait, Himiko. What do you mean, one arrow?
Well, I only gave Kaito one arrow, so...
What?
Are you positive?
Of course! There's no way I got that wrong.
Well then, that's strange, because
Should I give 1?
there were 3 arrows in the bathroom, remember?
Yeah.
3? I know I only gave him one! Kaito even told me to only bring him one. He said he wanted to avoid fighting.
There were 3 arrows at the scene, but Himiko said there was only 1, that she only brought 1. Wait, what is going on here?
Maybe Kokichi had some hidden away?
Why would Kokichi have 2 arrows when he didn't have a crossbow to fire them?
But we know for certain that 3 arrows were recovered from the scene. And all 3 arrows had blood on them.
And altogether, their clothes had 3 perforations in them. So we know for certain that they shot 3 arrows at each other.
Then where did the arrows come from? I don't think that Himiko's lying. There must be some angle to this we haven't considered yet. What is it? What could have happened? Think. Need to think. Alright, Psyche attacks, let's do it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great little thing. Let's go for it. It's just like a fun little minigame we can just enjoy here for a little bit as the trial ends up heating up a little bit. There you go. That's really it. I just enjoyed driving for a little bit. If they do make another, they probably won't, but if they ever do make another DanganRonpa game, right? I kind of hope they make this part a little bit more exciting, right? As much as I like this thing, you know, it's a little bit on the lax side. It's a little bit on the very relaxing, not too intense side. Should be a little more careful with those. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good. Nice. How many arrows did Himiko give Kaito? She only brought him 1. That's for sure. She remembered getting only 1 because Kaito only asked for 1 arrow. So somebody must have brought in a couple more there. And maybe about the poison as well. 1. Only 1 of them. Good. Very nice. Next question. Let's begin this here. Oh, shit. Oh, nice. There you go. We can slow down like that. And one of the sides can be acquired here. There we go. Oh, some of them are completely off the map, I think. I think that's what it is. Oh, they're on the map. They're on the map. There we go. This one will be here. Bam. We're done? Yeah. Were all the arrows inside the hangar from the start? From the start? I don't believe so. I don't believe all the arrows... Yeah, actually, were they? Pretty sure they were. The arrows... all the arrows were inside from the start. Yes, that is true. Apparently that's a no. They weren't from the start. Oh! Oh! From the start, not from the start of the trial, from the start when everything happened. Oh, I'm an idiot. One arrows got there through Himiko. The other two must have gotten through another method, so the arrows weren't there from the start. Oh, I'm an idiot. They were there from the start of investigation, but we're not talking about the start of investigation. We're talking about the start of, like, when they first arrived ever. I'm an idiot. Okay, whoops. So I know what happens when you get the wrong answer. You smash the poor ladies into bits there. That gets a little bit gross. There we go. This time it's just right. Oh shit. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. Damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Shit. It's gonna kill our time a little bit. Uh-huh. Good. Shit. Good. Good. Nice. Who brought the 2 arrows? Who did bring the arrows? The only person I think would bring the arrows would be Maki, if anything, right? Maybe? Third party. Definitely third party brought him. Should be the only one who would know about him. Okay, there you go. How many arrows did Himiko give Kaito? Only 1. Not all the arrows were inside the hangar from the start. Who brought the 2 arrows? A third party. It does connect. I kind of failed that terribly. Oh my god.
Could it be that the additional arrows were brought in by a third party?
Mm-hmm.
A third party? So someone besides Kokichi or Himiko?
That's just a guess, though. There's no way a third party exists.
If a third party did exist, why would they bring 2 arrows?
Kaito was the only one with a crossbow. I made sure I handed it to him.
Kaito said he only needed 1 arrow. Clearly, he didn't want to fight.
Yeah, that's right.
So the other 2 arrows weren't for Kaito. They were for the third party to use themselves.
So the third party didn't hand the arrows through the window. Instead, they went into the hangar and shot the crossbow themselves?
Impossible. There was an alarm system and an electric barrier around the hangar.
There was one way to get in there, though.
Yeah. That hangar should have been completely closed off, right?
It's completely closed off? Can we confirm that? I feel like there might be another way. Some way that we haven't figured out yet. I'm overthinking something. Think. What method did the third party use to enter the hangar? The Exisal, right? Exisal, yep, we got it right. Okay, Exisal. What else we got going on here? Okay. Come on, Shumane. There we go. We got it. Using an Exisal. Because we did figure out from Monokuma that there was one way to get in.
That's it! The Exisal! The Exisal could be used to enter the hangar.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't get in because of the alarm system and the electric barrier. But that shouldn't have been a problem for any of the Exisals, right? So if you wanted to enter the hangar, all you had to do was pilot an Exisal.
True.
I saw an Exisal enter the hangar last night. So was this third party piloting it?
By the way, I just want to confirm something with Monokuma. Would the alarm still go off if there was a person inside an Exisal?
Well, I wasn't trying to keep this secret, but since it's about the details of the hangar, I guess I can tell you guys. It makes sense that the alarm system and electric barrier wouldn't react to an Exisal. After all, the hangar is where the Exisals are supposed to be stored. It'd be a hassle to disable the security every time an Exisal comes and goes, you know? So even if someone is inside an Exisal, the security system wouldn't catch them. Because it'd be a hassle to leave the Exisal every time you have to put it away.
So it's like Shuichi said? A third party got in an Exisal and entered the hangar? But can just anyone pilot an Exisal?
Well, Kokichi,
It's surprisingly easy. If you use both hands, both feet, and both nipples, you can do it.
Excuse me?
Nipples too!
Anyway, this third party commandeered an Exisal and infiltrated the hangar. That same person must have brought the other 2 arrows with them.
I told you that's impossible.
Huh?
There's no way you can get through security if you pilot an Exisal. It's not possible.
What's up with Maki?
What? Not possible.
Maki, what are you talking about? What are you thinking? What do you know? What are you trying to hide? Why are you trying to hide it? Why? Why don't you tell me? I feel like maybe you could lie here, depending on the music. Hatch lock, lock. Oh, gotta be it, gotta be
if someone
it.
was piloting the Exisal,
Gotta be this.
they could have used it to enter the hangar.
That's not possible.
Is operating the Exisal really that difficult?
Do we even know how to get inside an Exisal?
Cells of the scene of the crime. Storage with the cockpit closed. The other was in the middle of a hangar with its hatch open and cockpit exposed. Now space to cockpit for one person. There's a strong lock on the hatch that only monocaps can open.
Outside the hangar, there were 4 Exisals. And they were all moving too.
I was controlling them remotely.
Electro hammers weren't an option. Yesterday, all the hammers were still recharging.
Except one.
That's wrong!
Except one. One was still available for us.
Wait, not all of the electro hammers were being charged. I know because I found one. There was a used electro hammer near Monokuma and the Exisals.
Is that electro hammer used by the third party? Maybe they used it to disable an Exisal.
Yes, I think so. When I saw them last afternoon, there were 4 Exisals. But this morning, there were only 3.
I noticed that too. Was the missing Exisal taken by this third party?
Must have.
Shuichi is getting warmer. How about you say the answer right now? Who did it? Who is this third party?
Identity of the third party. Electro hammer gives us a clue. So 4 Exisals at the scene yesterday when I went to meet up with Kaito. This morning, when we were trying to get into the hangar, there were 3. Corbett must have used the electro hammer between yesterday afternoon and this morning. There's only one person among us that I think could do that. The only person that actually did not have their hammer with them, but instead had a grenade. Maki did it. I know that Maki have done it. I know that Maki have done it.
It's you! Maki, you're the third party we're looking for, aren't you?
What? It's Maki?
What are you saying?
Remember what Kokichi said.
But be careful, electro hammer runs out of battery pretty quickly. So if you use it against the Exisal, it'll run out of juice with just one shot. Got it? Yes I will, yes I will.
The electro hammer needs to be recharged for 24 hours after it runs out of battery. That hammer was used last afternoon, so it couldn't have been used this morning.
Oh, right. When we were all gathered in the dining hall this morning.
Maki, where's the electro hammer? I don't need it. I'd rather not use a weapon I'm unfamiliar with. Ah, this is much better. I see now. A knife? I suppose you know best. Uh-huh.
Maki was the only one without an electro hammer, wasn't she?
Because she wanted to use hers last night.
Knowing that, the electro hammer I found could only have belonged to Maki. And that leads me to the conclusion that Maki must be the third party.
Also, she would be the only person that would consider bringing arrows with her. Possibly. I'm thinking maybe just so she could use them as weapons, like actually take them up in hands and stab somebody with them. Maybe. It'd be pretty lightweight, pretty easy to use. It'd be easy to dispose of, they're so tiny.
She also knows how to assemble the crossbow and could have returned it to her lab later.
You brought a different crossbow than the one Kaito had, right?
Oh shit. Did she?
Maki took 2 arrows and her own crossbow from her lab, disabled the Exisal with an electro hammer, and infiltrated the hangar. Now we just have to figure out what happened after.
I'll kill your logic.
Oh, really now? Okay, Maki, alright.
Why are you doing this?
What?
Why are you getting in my way?
Getting in your way? Maki, what are you—
Yes, I'm the third party.
Huh?
I admit to going into the hangar with an Exisal, and then shooting the crossbow. I didn't kill anyone. I'm not the culprit!
God, I really don't want to be doing this to Maki, but we gotta figure this out, y'all. What are we dealing with? Crossbow, 3 arrows, large black case, electro bomb, poison.
You're right.
Jesus, that was
I
fast.
used the electro hammer. And I used the Exisal to enter the hangar too. I also shot the crossbow there. However, I am not the culprit. Because the crossbow is not the murder weapon.
She's not listening to me at all. Oh God.
You're right. I used the electro hammer. And I used the Exisal to enter the hangar too. I also shot the crossbow there. However, I am not the culprit. Because the crossbow is not the murder weapon.
Okay.
The crossbow is not the murder weapon? What do you mean?
The arrows left holes in their clothes. Think about the locations of the wounds. They were on his arm and back. An arrow to each of those spots wouldn't result in a fatal injury.
But poison would?
That's why
Shit.
the crossbow can't be the murder weapon. Therefore, I'm not the culprit.
Okay, Maki's real pushing back. This just I know what it
The
is
arrows
now.
left holes in their clothes. Think about the locations of the wounds. They were on his arm and back.
Shit.
An arrow to each of those spots wouldn't result in a fatal injury.
Ah,
That's why
shit.
the crossbow can't be the murder weapon. Therefore, I'm not the culprit.
Gotta push back, gotta push back. It's poison. It gotta be the poison.
The arrows left holes in their clothes.
It's not the arrows that killed him, it's the poison.
Think about the locations of the wounds. They were on his arm and back. An arrow to each of those spots wouldn't result in a fatal injury.
There we go.
I'll cut through your words!
The arrow wound, but the poison definitely would. Definitely. Definitely.
It wouldn't matter where the arrow hit, if it were poison.
Mm-hmm.
Poison?
I noticed something about the poison in my lab during the investigation. There was just a little less in the bottle than before. If that poison had been applied to those arrows, they would have been lethal, no matter where they connected.
Maki, do you have a rebuttal?
What's the matter? Why don't you say anything? Don't tell me. Are you really the culprit? There's no way she is! 'Cause why would she kill Kaito? I can't understand if you don't explain anything!
Maki is still fighting.
Huh? Fighting?
Do you remember that Maki said she would do anything to defeat Kokichi? Maki is trying to kill Kokichi in this class trial. She wants to kill the mastermind, a remnant of despair.
Then when Maki said she would sacrifice anything, she meant...
Us. Yeah. Sacrifice that Maki is talking about must be all of us.
That's it!
Just want to sacrifice all of us just to kill Kokichi.
She plans to sacrifice all of our lives in order to kill Kokichi.
Sacrifice us?
Then, by hiding the truth, Maki was trying to get us to arrive at the wrong answer. Just to kill Kokichi and the rest of us along with him?
Doesn't that mean that Maki's the culprit?
She knew what happened and tried to hide it from us.
But that mischievous plan was ruined, all thanks to Shuichi here. Too bad, Maki. I already predicted this would happen.
You knew all along that Maki was the culprit. That's why you've been so calm.
This isn't over.
Nope.
Maybe we do have the truth now, but this isn't over. We have a choice to make. We don't have to follow where the evidence leads.
Huh? What do you mean?
Does this mean you're gonna vote for someone else, even if it's not the truth?
Someone else? You mean vote incorrectly on purpose?
Oh.
What did you say?
Kaito told me that only I would be able to grasp what lies beyond the truth. That means finding the truth is not enough. We need to grasp the hope just beyond it. So Maki, please tell us the truth. The truth that only you know.
So Kaito said that to you. Then, does that mean you guys made up before he died?
Yeah, when I went to see him yesterday.
I see. Okay, I'll talk about it. Especially since it's my responsibility for involving everyone. Shuichi, you're so persistent. Were you always like that?
He wasn't until a particular girl, Kaede, got him to come out of his shell, take off that hat, face forward.
You think so? Maybe Kaito's charisma is starting to rub off on me.
And that too.
That guy could be pretty stubborn.
Then, what really happened?
Maki, please tell us.
Please.
And so, Maki began telling the truth. A truth that would leave us all in shock.
Marco, shut up. Let Maki talk.
Don't just start narrating things, you're ruining the mood!
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess this turn of events isn't exactly boring either.
So what happened? Intermission? Oh! Oh! Ooh! Already? Wait, what? Intermission? Really? Took us only like an hour. Jesus. I mean, no complaints or anything, but oh. Well then. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and now take a little break here, start a new batch recording, and then we'll be back as soon as possible, and continue with the trial. Anyway, see you in a bit.